We have a second date update. This is from Carlos in Marina Del Rey. It says, Dear Ren and Sisney, had the nicest date. We went back to my place. That's always tricky.
After a first date?
Anytime you go back to your place, the whole parking, getting to the door, opening the door, walking in, turning on lights, no music, where do you sit, what do you do, pouring a drink. I mean, all of it's just a lot. No, I think it's a lot to deal with because you want it to all go smoothly with no awkward moments. But it can be. Have you ever been home with somebody, Sisney?
Yeah, many times.
When was the last time you went home with someone?
Well, it's obviously before Michael.
Okay, well then you cannot chirp in on this.
Why not? I still had the experience.
That was like a different generation ago.
Literally,
yeah,
it was
it's
like
true because
15 years ago.
Yeah, like now
15
you have
years
to think about
ago, like kids are in
Ubers.
college now that were not born then. Tanya, you know what I'm saying? Barely, because you've been with Robbie now for a lifetime.
No, I do know what you're saying, but I think after a first date, I'm a little like loose on some Grey Goose.
That's what I'm
or something.
saying.
You know, you don't
You
think
got
about all
the
that stuff.
Liquid courage.
And then what happens at the end of the first date? Like at some point, you got to go. So
Or
do you
not.
call the Uber, or does he call the Uber? Or does he say, hey, I called you an Uber? And then you're like, wait, you want me to go? And then there's that moment.
To
Well, what do you do? Do you? Yeah, is that what you do?
Oh, it's a long conversation. It really is. But I like the nuance of it because I think the nuance of it is very relatable. I mean, I can smell the carpet in some apartments that I've walked into.
Yeah.
You know, I can smell the carpet.
There is that fear of like, is the place clean? Does it have a funky smell? Like all of that you want to be perfect, I guess. But once you're there, then you just start making out on the couch.
No, you don't. You can, this is why you don't know anymore. You do not walk in and start making out on and the couch. You fall
True.
off
You have to
of.
like offer them something to drink. You have to like
Put some music
turn on some music,
or at least a TV screen in the background. You need some
Ew,
background.
TV screen.
Well, you can't just hear the
Music.
smacking of your lips. And couches are not good. Someone falls off a couch.
Hey, it
inevitably.
worked for me.
Yeah, but again, different time.
Yeah, there were no
Same couch.
couches back
The
then.
couches have not changed in
Couches
10
were much
years.
wider back then. They were made for two. These days, they're slim fit.
That is true, actually. That is
Yeah, there's
true.
no people can't. Our apartment, everything's smaller.
Yeah. Sometimes
Downside.
though, I would not clean my place, or I wouldn't shave my legs, or do certain things so that I wouldn't go home with somebody on a first date.
Oh, that's
Right.
risky though, because if you get too drunk, then you don't realize it anyways, and now you have hairy legs.
But it's okay now, though. Like it's a thing now.
Hairy legs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, let's
Natural.
wish that out. Let's wish that out. Let's wish that
See,
out.
things have changed.
Prickle, prickle, prickle.
Well, I bring this up because Carlos needs our help.
Oh yeah, what did he say?
Basically, all that. Carlos, good morning. Thank you for reaching out to us. So you go back to your place, you watch the movie, you cuddle, you kiss, everything goes well, and now you keep suggesting to do something else, and she's always busy. But this is where I just don't understand what happens at the end. So you close the night off with a kiss, and then she gets up and leaves. You call her an Uber, you drive her home. Tell me exactly how it was left.
Yeah, so like I said, I think everything went good up to that point, and I'm a gentleman. You know, she actually like drove with me over. We didn't have so much to drink or anything, so I walked her to her car. We had a little bit of a kiss. I watched her drive off, and you know, just because she kissed me, I figured, oh, that went well. But every time I've texted her to try to set up another date, she's responded, but it's always been something like vague or passive, like, oh, we'll see, or oh, maybe.
She says,
And,
we'll
you know,
see? Like, we'll see?
We'll see.
Yeah,
That seems rude.
Yeah, because I've tried
I
to be
agree.
very specific. You know, I've been like, oh, how about this place, this time, this activity? And, you know, it's always something like that. So something's obviously up, and I guess this is where you guys can come in and help me figure out what it is.
Yeah, we're going to, hey, hang on one second. We're going to get to the bottom of it here. We'll try and get Amy is her name on the phone next for a second date update. We found Amy. Amy was at Carlos's place, and Amy left and is now too busy to see him. What up? Second date update. This is a second date update. I'm not quite sure how this is going to go, but Carlos is on the line here. Carlos, he meets this woman. They go back to his place. They watch a movie. What movie did you watch?
One of my all-time favorites, Superbad.
Oh, it's a good one.
It's fun to watch. I get it. By the way, Tanya, remember back in the day when you used to be single and someone would start a movie and you kind of like couldn't wait for it to be over? He's like, how long
Yes.
is this movie? Please.
And I never would say what movie I wanted to watch because it would be like a rom-com. And like, that's not a cute vibe.
But I do say that.
I would like that.
Yeah. But I also want, you're laying there waiting for the movie to be over. Why? Well, we all know why, Carlos. And that's what happened. You then kissed her, right?
Yeah, but it was more innocent. You know, it was like the first date. She's a friend of my coworker, so I didn't want to, be too aggressive. Otherwise, work might be pretty awkward.
Oh, so
the next
maybe,
day, but,
wait, so was it clear that this was romantic?
I mean, she kissed me at the end of the night, so
She
assume
kissed
so.
you or you kissed her?
It was mutual, it's like I leaned in, I have a move where I'll lean in, but I won't go all the way. So I like to give them the option of finishing it off. So it's not too aggressive, I don't want to get me too or anything like that.
You do like a romantic breath and then you come back and then you go back in.
Exactly. So I kind of leaned in and she leaned the rest of the way in.
Meet me halfway it's called. Okay. So we have her on the phone, and now you are reaching out, and she's always busy and says, we'll see, which sounds like, I don't get the we'll see.
Unless she's being flirty. Unless she's being flirty.
Oh, like wink.
We'll see with a wink. Was there a wink, Carlos?
No emojis, man. Not a one.
Text is hard.
All right. Be quiet, Carlos. Be very quiet. We have her here. I'm going to bring her on, and we're going to chat with her for a second. Let's see if we can find out, all right?
All right.
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Thank you for agreeing to come on the air. We're calling you about your date with a gentleman named Carlos.
Oh.
Exactly.
Okay.
Is that, just tell us about, when you hear the name Carlos, what comes to mind?
Well, I met this guy, Carlos, at this Friendsgiving I was at my friend's house, and we went on a date. Is that the Carlos?
That seems like, I'm thinking that's the one. You went back to his pad, you watched the movie?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And how was that?
I mean, it was fine. He's nice. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
So-
It was okay.
When you say it was okay, generally, like on face value, it was okay, meaning great. But it sounds like you're not meaning great.
Yeah. I mean, dinner was cool. He seemed cool, but it was, okay. We were watching the movie, and it was just really annoying to be around him while watching this movie, to be completely
Interesting.
honest.
Amy, I'm going to pry a little bit because I think this is a public service for some people listening. So he chooses a movie, and then you didn't like the way he reacted to the scenes in the movie while he's watching it?
No, he was like, okay, he chose Superbad, first of all, which I don't know. I did not care for it. I felt like it was a really stupid movie. And then he recited all of it.
No.
Yeah, there's a lot of one-liners in that movie.
I do that sometimes to some things. I do that.
It was the whole time, though. We didn't even have to be watching the movie.
That's not cute?
Not when it's no. And the movie was so dumb. It's such a dumb movie.
Whoa, that's a good movie.
Shut up, Sal.
It
Don't mess with Shut Up.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
yourself.
Maybe
Whoa,
you
that's
just
a great
weren't.
cast. Wow.
Maybe you just weren't
You
feeling
weren't
it.
feeling the moment. But Amy,
Moment.
So if he would have picked a different movie, fascinated by this. If he would have picked a different movie, would things have ended up differently in your mind about him?
I mean, he showed me a thing that he does, right? So why wouldn't he do that with another? Maybe that's how he watches movies. And I can't. I can't. No.
Okay. And Amy, did you kiss him?
Yeah, just a little, and then I left.
Why, if you didn't like him, why?
I don't know. I don't know why. Social norms. I don't know.
No, it's okay.
Cute.
It's all okay.
He's
All
cute.
right. So Carlos is cute. Everything was okay, but you're really not interested. Have you told him that yet?
No, I kind of avoided that. I'm not great with confrontation.
Neither is Carlos. He's on the line with us right now. And to avoid any of that, Carlos, do you want to give your reaction to anything Amy said? I think I now understand it. The picture's clear to me about why she kind of blew you off.
Here's the thing. You could have told me any of that at any point. I mean, I like the movie.
Carlos, I wouldn't get defensive. I wouldn't get defensive.
I'm not
I would take this as...
I'm obviously defensive right now, but I'm only defensive because here's the thing. I like the movie. Yeah, maybe I recited it. I don't think it was as bad as she's saying. But she at any point could have been like, hey, I don't like this movie. Can we watch something else? Or, hey,
but
you're
Carlos,
reciting the movie.
Carlos, I think you're reacting all wrong. I think your reaction is, okay, I get it. That makes sense. I am obsessed with that movie, and I'm going to watch that movie like that all the time. And if that's not your vibe, that's cool. You know? Not like...
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. That would be my reaction if she told me that while we were watching the movie, not, several days later while we're on the radio, and this is what I'm finding out why she's been avoiding me this whole time. Like, this just seems like a really immature response to something that should have been communicated a lot way sooner.
I mean, we're on the radio because you put us on the radio.
Fair.
First of all.
There we go. I told you.
Awkward.
So
would you have responded to me
turning
if
into
I
a
hadn't done this?
whole bigger thing? Listen, it's just not gonna happen. It's okay. Like it didn't work out.
It's not in the stars.
It's really not.
Well, Amy, thank you very much for coming on, and we wish you good luck. Appreciate you talking to us, okay?
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Okay. And Carlos, this is great news. Now you know where she stands, and you know it's not a match. I mean, look, if she doesn't like the way you watch the movie, and that's who you are and how you watch it, she's not for you. You know? It's
right.
Like,
no,
okay.
You're right. This is very good news. At least now I don't have to worry about trying to figure out a holiday with her.
All right. Well, Carlos, now we move on. We move onward and upward. Thank you for reaching out to us.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. I wouldn't change Carlos the way I watch the movie. That's the way I watch the movie. I mean, I sing songs, guys. I sing songs. Okay? If you're in the car and I sing a song and you don't like it, then we're not meant to be. I'm not going to change me not singing songs.
Yeah.
Depends. May not be cute. You've never seen it, really, Tanya. You've never seen it. I think it's in the eye of the beholder.